I am Dr. Banu, consultant neurologist. I am going to speak on case-based approach to non-eclamptic seizures in pregnancy. All of us know that eclampsia occurs commonly in pregnancy, but my talk is going to be on non-eclamptic seizures. Not all seizures are secondary to eclampsia. So, let us see the different types of seizures during pregnancy. We know that seizures occur in 2 to 3% of general population, with almost half being women. And in that 20% or almost 1/5 are in the childbearing age having seizures. And in the out of them 5% may have seizure during labor also. So, it is very important that we should know about these seizures during pregnancy, which can be eclamptic or non-eclamptic. It is non-eclamptic if the patient has got a previous history of seizures. Then 9 months of seizure freedom pre-pregnancy is associated with seizure freedom during pregnancy. The first trimester seizures are high risk of seizures in later part of pregnancy. And what is difficult is the pregnancy registries and trials are not there much, because most of the trials are done in non-pregnant individuals. So, we do need pregnancy registries and trials when we are dealing with women with epilepsy. So, let us see what is the difference between a seizure and epilepsy. Seizures are transient occurrences of symptoms and signs due to abnormal, excessive, synchronous neuronal activity in the brain. Whereas, epilepsy is characterized by an enduring predisposition to generate epileptic seizures manifested by neurobiological, cognitive, psychological and social consequences of that condition. So, both are not the same. There is a newer definition. A person is considered to have epilepsy if they meet any of the following conditions: at least 2 unprovoked or reflex seizures occurring greater than 24 hours apart, 1 unprovoked or reflex seizure and a probability of further seizures occurring over the next 10 years. That means, I have got one fit today and my chance of having seizure over the next 10 years is high. That is a 1 unprovoked seizure, and I am known as an epileptic because my EEG or my scan may be abnormal. Epilepsy is considered to be resolved or rather cured in individuals who had remained seizure free for 10 years and on no anti-seizure medications for the last 5 years. Suppose a 20-year-old, say a 30-year-old lady comes and says wants to get pregnant. I have had seizures when I was about 10 years of age, and my drugs were given till about 15 years of age. Subsequently, I have not taken any drugs. Can I get pregnant? Sometimes we do get references for this. These patients are considered as resolved and there is no need to start them on anti-seizure medications. So, let us go into the different case series. I am going to talk about a person who is 22-year-old married lady who has had 3 seizures in the 6 months after marriage. The description of the seizure is deviation of eyes and head to right side with loss of consciousness. See, like how this goes. And then she is worried about getting pregnant because of the seizures and wants to postpone pregnancy, wants to get rid of the seizures and then get pregnant. She has not been on any AED treatment. And so, should we plan an EEG, CT or an MRI brain? Let us see how we go about it. Is it epilepsy? Yes. It is a focal onset seizure. She has had more than 2 unprovoked seizures. And what investigation should be done? EEG is preferably done for less than 48 hours after the last attack, because the yield is much higher than doing it later. It is before pregnancy. You can decide on CT brain or MRI. CT brain, you may have to do plain and contrast, and before you use a contrast, before you give contrast, make sure urea creatinine values are normal. MRI brain can be done at any time, but preferable before pregnancy, and a seizure protocol will pick up abnormalities better. The basic biochemical investigations like metabolic screening, magnesium, calcium and all have to be done depending on the situation. Specialized investigations will depend depending on what these routine investigations show us. So, should she be put on drugs, and if so, for how long? Any seizure will need treatment, only the duration varies. Even if it is a single seizure, it will need treatment, maybe a short-term treatment if it is a symptomatic seizure. If it is an unprovoked seizure, then you need long-term anti-epileptic drugs. Depending on the seizure type and the frequency, the drugs have to be continued and precipitating factors to be avoided. So, in this lady, you may have to give her drugs for 2 to 5 years. So, in that situation, she may opt to become pregnant or she may opt not to conceive. So, depending on that, we will have to decide what anti-epileptic drugs we are going to give for the choosing of this will be depending on her choice, whether she wants to conceive or she wants to follow contraception. And it's always preferable to have the anticonvulsant therapy optimized before she becomes pregnant, and monotherapy will be preferable. In her who's got a partial seizures, carbamazepine, lamotrigine or oxcarbazepine will be preferred. Lamotrigine and oxcarbazepine almost in the same scale. Whereas lamotrigine, you have to start with a lower dose and go slowly, and so it may take quite some time before she gets the blood level, therapeutic levels. It's a little easier with carbamazepine and oxcarbazepine, though they may also have a tendency to rash. All of them can go into Stevens-Johnson syndrome. Be very careful when you are using these drugs. And whatever drug you choose, whether she decides for contraception or pregnancy, give folic acid supplementation, because sometimes accidental pregnancies do occur.